Yeah, I'm ready. So, hey y'all, we're doing Coffee with Keena live on Facebook. I don't know what to do with myself. I had a coach, but she's running out the room. She was supposed to tell me what to say, how to say it, what things I'm supposed to do before the show starts. But she has something to do, so gotta hope for the best. But anyway, Minty bought me this shirt. It's so cute.
Here we
It's
go.
me. Okay, we're about to start. Thank you again for coming in and tuning in to Coffee with Keena. I decided to wear my hat today, so I'm trying to figure out exactly what to do with these headphones. But I wanted to start off the show a little different this week because it's the third episode, and yeah, we're going to try something new. So the goal this week was to start by thanking everyone. So thanking A New You Global Radio for this opportunity to have this show. My mentee, she got me this cool shirt. Thanks, shirt. Family, friends, and everyone else who has tuned in the last two episodes and who may listen to this in this episode and the rebroadcast going forward. And so I just want to thank everyone, the audience, my family, and my friends, because my friends are here volunteering to come and talk to me in front of you all who are listening. So, today, my new friend. Oh, one last thing. I also need to thank one of our sponsors, Upton Law PLLC. It's the firm that caters to your business and family needs, such as business formations, real estate, and estate planning. Always got to remember the sponsors. Now, moving forward. My friend who's visiting with me today is Melissa. Melissa and I met, I don't know, sometime this summer, and we kicked it off. First, it started with, we're going to be these professional black women, and we're going to connect and build a business and build an empire. And then something else happened.
Totally went left.
It ended up being, hey, this woman is like a mirror of me.
Exact mirror.
Like, it was ridiculous. Even our backgrounds were similar, how we grew up were similar. There were times when we even went out, and we were out till 3 a.m. or something like that, just talking and getting to know each other and building a girlfriend relationship.
A full-on girlfriend relationship.
Yeah, because I found women tend to actually date each other to build a friendship.
Absolutely.
And it's going out to restaurants and getting drinks and talking on the phone and in the morning or in the evening.
Absolutely.
And we're just building this thing. Mm-hmm. And so I thought Melissa was a great person to bring on the show to talk to us a little bit today.
Oh, why, thank you for having me, darling.
Oh, you're welcome. So, a few questions. Who are you, Melissa?
Ooh. That's a whole lot right there. Firstly,
Yes.
thanks for having me on.
Ah, you're welcome.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Are you excited?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Who am I?
Is that too general?
No.
Okay.
Definitely a multifaceted, loving individual.
Okay.
Until I'm not.
Right. And that's based on a deal or?
Based on the energy.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, how about this? Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do and your journey of getting here?
Okay. So, I'm a real estate consultant in the Metro Detroit area. I love what I do. Love what I do. I love the people that I get to assist and serve and aid in wealth building. I also love assisting my friends with their business ambitions.
Of course, because I imposed on all of that myself.
Absolutely.
I pray for everything.
I love it. We'll get further together. I honestly believe that.
And we being professional people,
Professional
your friends.
people, friends.
Okay.
And my friends, since I have so few,
Okay.
by choice.
Mm-hmm.
Others are associates, but my friends, they're mine. They're my family, and I'll ride for them.
Yeah. So, because I remember when we first started talking, I felt like you had a whole list of questions to get to know me.
Ah.
And I was a little confused because originally it was like, hey, as business owner, to see if, because Upton Law represents real estate and real estate transactions, and you do real estate.
Absolutely.
It was like, oh, okay, maybe we can do a deal together.
Mm-hmm.
But the questions you were asking me was, I think, more than just building a business, but actually getting to know who I am.
Absolutely.
To see if you felt comfortable doing business with me.
100%.
And why is that?
Because I need to know who you are. Firstly, even before we initially met, two strong male figures in our life said, hey, I've got a girl like your girl. And the other felt, my girl sounds like your girl. Right. So I had heard wonderful things about you. Mostly that you were just like me. So that was exciting. So I really wanted to see, who is she? Like, really, who is she? Yeah.
Wow. Shout out to the Farmbrook family. So I don't even know if they know that that's the name I came up with, but it is.
It fits.
Okay. So, okay. All right. So, is that something you do a lot with potential clients, though, is where you build a rapport with them by collecting data?
Absolutely. I'm the data collector, research extraordinaire that files everything in my big bundle of brain.
Wow.
And it just sticks.
Wow.
If it fits and it's for me, we can work together.
Okay.
If not, I'll pass.
Huh. So, okay. If that's how you run your business to an extent, because, all right, so I understand we said you do real estate, but are you considered an entrepreneur?
100%.
Okay. And so business is what you eat, sleep, develop.
Breathe.
This is who you are.
Drive.
You are it.
It's my
it
full
is you.
drive.
Okay. So what actually motivates you to keep pushing this business along?
I have, and always have had, this insatiable need to be better.
Okay.
And to better others around me. I can only do that if I rise to a certain occasion or level.
Okay.
So that's my motivation.
Now, with that, you've said community building. I've realized, and I could be wrong, this is my personal opinion, okay? But I realize in a lot of urban communities, people tend to think for themselves first. So as an entrepreneur, when you are it and it is you, how do you find it comfortably to partner with other people to get a task done? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. For me, it's really just about finding the right fit. I can cheer someone on from afar. If they don't coalesce with me, it's fine. Don't want you to lose. Really do want you to win, because honestly, when you win, I do. That's a real sense of community. So I don't fully understand those that have that kind of thought that, hey, if they get ahead, that means there's less out here for me.
Right. Because a lot of times it's the spreading of the money, right? Will I make enough money if I share with James or John or Karen versus do I try to keep it all by myself? Even as an attorney, that becomes an issue sometimes too. Like, can I do a case that's a criminal law case that I've never embarked on before, that I've never done before? I can invest as much time and effort into this case, but how does my other clients go to the wayside while I'm spending 50 hours learning something new? Or do I just refer it to a friend I know who does criminal law every day?
See, I don't know.
Okay.
In your field, if you have the wonderful thing called a referral fee.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. So
yeah.
The wealth still gets spread.
The wealth still gets spread, and hopefully this co-attorney or co-counsel will return the favor.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And is that something that you see as well?
Absolutely.
Do you have referral fees?
Yes. Yes.
And
again, you know, I'm definitely a person that if it's not a good fit, it's not a good fit. However, hopefully I'll have someone that could suit your needs and still fill that void of me.
Okay.
And I can get a fee.
So the referral fee may not be the entire deal.
No.
But it's still something.
Something.
And by partnering with someone else, the client still wins at the end, right?
Absolutely.
Individual, the business, whoever it might be. That makes sense, right?
It does.
Okay. So, you know, we decided we was going to wing this a little bit because I talked to my mom the other day. And my mom said, I need to talk a little bit more about myself on the show. I can't just bring my friends on and just talk to them about them and who they are. So every now and again I might spill in and add 2 cents about who I am as part of the process. So we were kind of winging this, and yes. So I have a question for you. I figured one out. You get up in the morning. I know you are a scheduled type person. Is that correct?
You saw it. You saw that darn schedule of mine.
So her schedule is madness, okay? It starts at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and she details literally what she's going to do from 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, and so on and so on. How's that working?
You know, when I'm a slave to my schedule, I do better.
Really?
I do. I do have in my schedule allotted like free time and such.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess even that is scheduled.
Free time is scheduled in your schedule.
Absolutely. I have to live.
And is this part of the motivational process for you as a professional Black woman?
Absolutely. So honestly, I feel like grind hard now, play harder later.
How far is later? On Saturday? On Saturday?
Nuh-uh.
No?
So I'm talking longevity.
Oh, like 10, 15 years from now?
Not at all.
Longer?
Not even 5.
Whoa.
It's time to get it.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Huh.
Community building.
Interesting.
Full on.
Wow. Well, we're going to stop here. We're going to go ahead and take a break, listen to some tunes, and come back to continue to speak with Melissa.
Thanks for having me.
Wow! I'm sweating bullets.
That is fun.
Is it really?
Absolutely.
I need my coffee first.
I wanted to flip things on you. Flip the same questions on you, but I didn't know how you feel it until you said your mommy, so I'm excited. So I'm going to be asking.
Huh?
I said I wanted to flip questions on you as well.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if it was
absolutely.
for that. But
no.
I'm so happy your mommy told you that.
Yeah, my mom was like, yeah, so last week was a wonderful show because it was with Mike. And we talked about, the theme last week was about plans and how you can have a plan for your life. And the plan may not go as planned, but you might reconnect the plan later on, right? And so that's what's happening in Mike's life and his story.
Yeah.
And so my mom is like, his sort of story was so great, but I didn't hear anything about you. I didn't hear as much about you.
Yeah.
And being that the show is, I'm allowed, or not even my family in Jamaica is able to listen to it. Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh, that is so dope.
It's so cool. She's like, okay, well, you have to talk to them as well as an audience.
They want to hear you too.
Because they don't know me.
Absolutely.
They know me, but like they don't know me.
No, for sure.
Because I didn't grow up there.
Absolutely.
Right.
They know you're the only one in the family that was
correct.
born
I was
here.
the only one in the family born here, except my niece and nephews.
Right.
But yeah.
You left your nest.
Yes.
In a whole nother state, away from everyone, just full on renegade.
I still can't believe I've been here almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, I thought Michigan was a temporary stop.
Okay.
So I was supposed to come here for law school, leave here. My dream was to go to D.C. And practice law there.
D.C. though, as well.
And I wasn't taking Virginia bar, and I was going to go to D.C. God had another plan for me.
So, are you a Michigander?
No, I'm still from California. What you mean?
No, I'm saying, are you a permanent alien here?
Well, I didn't have a choice because once I bought a car, they cut up my driver's license, my California driver's license. Like, here's your Michigan one thing. I was like, okay, that's cool. I didn't really have a choice, so I guess.
So I guess I'll ask you. You want to talk about that when you want to talk about that when we get back started? And I really want to know.
Oh, sure.
Do you want to be here?
I'm an open book.
Do you want to be here?
Now I do. Now I'm intentionally staying in Michigan. But before, no. Before it was supposed to be a temporary stop, and I was supposed to be gone. I was here since 2009. I got to put on lipstick. But
wait. So how about me? Oh my gosh.
No, you're not lipstick on, but my coffee is taking mine on. I have to.
You play 2 songs, right?
I think so.
See, I've been keeping up. I am so ecstatic for you. This is so awesome.
You see, it'd be nervous at first, and then it's like, oh, this isn't so bad. This is all Christina's fault. That's why he be laughing. Because he set me up for the hokey devil.
I told you he was going to like it.
He set me up. This gentleman here set me up for the hokey doke.
What's that? Oh.
He set me up and said, so Keena, I'm really talking for a little bit, getting to know each other. Like, hey, who are you? I heard you're a great guy because one of the Farnbrook family introduced us as well.
Okay.
And so I'm like, well, who are you? And we're just talking a little bit. And he's like, you'll be good on the radio. I said, no. We're like, no, for real, it'd be a good radio show. No, this is not a good idea. I'm actually really shy. I don't want to talk to people, and I don't really know what you're talking about. And so, anyway, a week later, whatever, I finally messaged him back, like, I was thinking, maybe this isn't such a bad idea after all. And then they had the soft opening for the station. And I came, and I was like, because Katrina was actually doing a show at the time, and I was like, oh, this isn't so bad at all.
Wonderful.
And because it was small, like the table is just like right here, you get the feel that you're just talking to your friend at the dinner table.
Yeah.
Drinking wine or drinking coffee.
Not coffee.
No.
Or not tea.
Or not coffee or tea. Water. and so Christina was like, well, you should bring your friends. And I was like, what friends? And he's like,
Girl,
come on, you got friends.
They'll come out the woodwork.
And I'm like, well, I'm a little bit of a loner, so I'm not sure. Well, then I started listing
all.
How
you've been collecting friends.
That's what happened. Yeah.
And
and my friends have experts in their different fields and different things. And it's like, well, how can I get my friends to come talk to me as if we're eating dinner? To just talk. These are things we would be talking about, though. This is not like, oh, we're talking about something, we're staging it, we planned for it. We didn't plan any of this. I didn't even send her questions. Who has time for that? And so we did it, and I was just like, let's just talk about you. We'll talk about me. We'll have fun. Because the stuff that you will ask me, you can ask me questions, right? The stuff you're going to ask me is different than the stuff me and Mike talk about. It's different than the stuff that me and Felicia talked about in episode 1. So we're just all talking.
I love it.
And because we're experts in field, most of my friends own their own business. But I didn't realize that. I just saw the person for who they are.
Look for the energy. It's the same.
Correct.
Your people are your people. Your tribe is your tribe.
Correct. But I didn't know
Didn't
that.
connect the dots at the time.
Correct.
Cool.
I just saw Melissa.
Mhm.
I didn't see what you did.
Mhm.
I didn't see
And that is so funny.
the certifications, nothing. This is why we can laugh and talk till 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, because
And actually, that long 3 o'clock in the morning conversation, we discussed actually dating in a
correct.
female to female as a friend relationship then.
Correct.
And I just thought that was so dope to actually audibly have that conversation
Correct.
because it's needed and it's actually what happens.
Right. And we actually did business after that meeting
And
too. So it kind of worked itself out. Like, oh, I passed her test. She will now do business with me. Track. And
then start inviting you to a slew of other things around other crazy people.
Oh, we should talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
As
And
long as you
that's,
remember this stuff,
always,
I'm not gonna remember none of the stuff we just talked about.
That's the thing, like supporting my tribe
Yeah.
and their businesses, as you saw.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Yeah.
Right? It's all about the connectivity. That if I could tell the world what my superpower is,
Hey,
not what.
Tashira, not to interrupt you, can you come here a second? How do you, my social media live, Facebook live person ain't here. How do you respond? Come here.
I heard it dinging. Was that dinging?
No, I think that was his dinging.
People
Was that his way of trying to wrap us up, or I don't know. How do you respond?
They're talking with
Stop
us.
hiding.
You
Press
see
the
me
button.
hiding? I believe it's this
This
one.
is my mentee
Look
right
at
here.
that. Hey, yeah, look at her.
You ready?
Oh, snap. She got it. All right, and we're back from break. Of course, we're acting silly. The advantage of tuning in to Facebook Live is you can see what we're doing in the studio. For those who cannot, we'll just keep talking to you. So we talked a lot during the break, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember half of what we talked about. Listen, I have people cases on my brain.
I get it.
I only need a certain room for me, and then like the rest is everybody else.
Go.
And so my memory's about this big in real life. So
Exact opposite. We find
Really?
something that we differ.
how?
There.
You do remember everything.
Yeah,
You
it's
really
kind
do.
of annoying.
Yeah, it really is.
It is.
Because you'd be messaging me like, don't you remember? No.
But it really did happen.
Yeah.
I promise.
Exactly. Okay. So during the break, we talked about the possibility of Melissa asking me questions and me asking her questions and developing our conversation that way.
Perfect.
Okay. So do you have a question?
Got a slew of questions, y'all. Who's Shakina?
Who am I? I think at this point, you know what? I was just telling Tashira, the mentee, about how, about how I would consider myself a Renaissance man,
I love it.
even though I'm a woman.
No, I even love the title.
And it was
Keep
like, well, what does that mean? So Tashira and I actually were talking last week, or I don't know, a couple of days ago. And we were writing down, or I was writing down and telling her all the things I've been working on. So, for example, I'm working on 2 free legal clinics
I know.
to
I love it.
talk to people for 20 minutes or so on a legal issue that they have for free.
I love it.
I am a tutor at the Center for Success, tutoring a little girl for the rest of the semester on her reading skills.
I love it.
I volunteer with the Veterans Court in Redford, Michigan. This has nothing to do with the practice of law, but
Absolutely.
I still practice law
I know.
in addition to that. And to me, it's really come down to how to help people, and how to inform them, and that's the
my
most important to
mirror.
me.
There she is. There she is.
Yeah, because I think people don't know what they think they should know. When the things they should know, they only know a little bit about. And in theory, people are supposed to go to Google and search things. But a lot of people don't actually search things they don't know.
How
Ironically.
good they?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Yeah, there's a lack of general education to
Yes.
even be able to begin to seek out an answer
Yeah.
for a question that you don't even know that you have.
Yes.
Have it or should have it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Because even in real estate,
Mhm.
you know, I know a lot of people in California, or heard things about people in California
Mhm.
who are as foreign buyers trying to come into Detroit and purchase property, for example.
And it's much further. It goes much further. I've got clients from Australia, Thailand, China, Austria, Spain, everywhere.
Trying to buy
honestly,
property.
not trying.
Actually.
They are, actually. And in droves, actually.
Wow.
That's, yeah.
Wow.
Community is very important.
Yes.
And for those of us that are in the Metro Detroit area, do your best, guys. They're here. And it's a twofold thing.
Yes.
One, you know, our inner city could use
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of help, a little bit of investment.
Mm-hmm.
But they do not have to take over.
So there's room to help
room.
people.
There's room for help.
And
there's
so,
room for growth
Mhm.
Organically from us that are residents that are already here. We
Mhm.
just need the education.
Because are you born and raised in Detroit?
Something like that.
Okay, really close to it.
Something like
Okay,
that.
you've been here for a long time.
I've been here.
Okay, we'll leave it like that.
Uh-huh.
And so, as a Detroiter or a Michigander,
Mhm.
right? Are you familiar with any resources to provide to people who are here, who could also contribute to their communities, buying real property or real estate here that they may not know about?
Absolutely. And that's the thing. Like, you know, right now in the city of Detroit, we have a $15,000 grant for a purchase of a home in the city. Most of us don't even know it. We really need to do a better job about educating the public. There are so many resources. There are so many centers. I'm just opening my own nonprofit that will focus on assisting others with their home buying seminars, wealth buying experience, and wealth building, because real property can lead to real wealth.
Now, do you think that's actually true?
It's not a think, babe.
So that's true.
It's 100% true.
You see, I hear
that. Like, seriously, is there ever, no matter how scientific and prolific our scientists and engineers get, will they ever be able to create more land? Yeah, that's a no.
No.
It's a no.
Especially not in America.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, they build up, they build down, and we run out of space. Like, that's just it. But, okay, so I don't know, because you know there's all these financial advisors, and like you'll go on Facebook and you got these little sponsors that's coming down the screen, and it's like, oh, financial building and financial management, and the best way to go is real estate. But it almost seems like it's something that can't be done. Because if you don't have good money, or you don't have the 20% that the people always talking about with the conventional loans, or you don't have good credit, whatever that's defined as.
It is defined differently per the lender.
Oh. See, I didn't even know that.
Yep.
So there's different rules to this game.
Yeah, so, you know, different people have different loan products.
Okay.
So one lender could possibly lend to someone that has a score as low as 580. Another, which is the norm, by the way, they tend to want to lend only to those that have 620 or better credit score. So it really depends on the situation and the lender.
So how would someone know what their options are when it comes to credit? Like, is that something that someone can come to you as a real estate person and say, hey?
Please and thank you. Yes.
Really?
I can totally point them in the right direction. That's not my hat. However, I do have affiliates to assist.
No. So
Absolutely.
even the real estate person has resources to help someone develop.
Absolutely. Just like the relationship with you.
Right.
Yeah. There's a lot that can be done.
Right. Oh,
we just need to educate.
Yeah.
That's it.
And this is something that you plan on doing.
100%.
Wow. I'm interested. So I'm
You'll
in.
be on board.
I'm in.
I
don't even know what it is. Yep.
We're doing it.
I'm just in it. Yeah, that sounds
Absolutely.
great. I mean, it's just interesting to know because, you always have to chop stuff up and say it's what's common, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like even common sense. I never understood the concept of common sense. I think it's sense that's common to the masses, but there's nothing called common sense. That's just me. But anyway, common sense tells you must have a high credit score, you must have your bills paid, and you must have 20% to put down on a security deposit or a deposit on your home.
Not always true. Let me clarify that. So, someone that has been working on their job and have 2 years tax return, even at $30,000 a year and a solid credit score of 620, they will be able to purchase a home.
At $30,000 salary?
Yes.
See, this is what we were talking about in California, because only in Michigan you can find a house you can buy with.
And
like, in California,
just because you
this
make
is not even an option.
$30,000, that doesn't mean that you will qualify for a $30,000 home.
Right.
It will be much more.
Huh.
Again, we just need to educate.
We just need to know.
We just
And
need to know.
We don't know.
And you're talking about the conventional 20% down.
Yes.
So we have, the lenders have
Yes.
so many other options. For instance, an FHA loan. You only need 3.5% down to go toward the purchase of your home. That's a big difference from 20.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a substantial difference.
Substantial difference. And I know you have a heart for veterans.
I do.
So do I.
Yes.
Veterans have 0 down payment.
Wow.
And depending on their specific situation, they may be tax exempt.
Wow.
But who knows this? We gotta educate.
Not too many people. I
See,
don't
you
think
gotta help me.
knows that.
Help others.
Well, that's the purpose of bringing you on the show.
Well, thank you. Again,
To
there's
figure out how to
so
help
much
people.
to learn. There's so much to get out.
Because there's also only so much you can know as well.
Absolutely.
Which means
That's
you also
why
then
I have dope friends such as yourself. Yeah. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. So, okay, I do have another question for you. How did you get into real estate? Like, what brought you to this industry?
What brought me to the industry?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Ooh.
Yep. So small. I love structures. I love contracts. I, unlike you, have not finished law school, but that was my thing.
Okay.
Never wanted to litigate. Only wanted to negotiate through contracts. And guess what I do now?
Negotiate through contracts.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's this field, fulfills everything for me. From creativity to assisting to negotiating to having fun with the paper. I love contracts, like love. And I love it.
Wow.
So much, it's such a broad field, and I do quite a bit in it. So it's fun.
Okay. And as a black professional woman, I'm going to assume, since this happens to me, that there are times when you have to pull out the, I can see, like, okay. So you have, like, a soft voice, you're very attentive.
Absolutely.
And you're focused. But
again, until I'm not.
Right? Do you have those moments when the true black girl come out?
Oh, honey. Like, yeah. It's something. Like, I told you previously, that black don't crack for real. That's the real thing. So no one like knows my age, and especially in the circles that I do business, sometimes they look as if I'm the young chick in the streets until it's time for me to speak.
Oh, okay, wait. I'm going to stop you right here. Right there.
She said chair.
We're going to go ahead and take a break here. Listen to some more tunes. We'll be right back. Okay, I got to remember where we left off. That was good.
That was good.
Okay, so my Facebook personality back here. How do I comment?
Okay.
Did you say change, Keena?
I don't know how to comment. They're talking about you.
Oh, they're talking to you? Oh.
Okay, so they can hear you, so you can talk to them. So you don't have to type. That's the beauty. But if you want to type, you can press that button and type. But because this your show, you don't have to type. You just talk.
Okay.
Talk to
So
them.
let me time. Hi, cousin. Yeah, it's the station's headphones. It's so cool. I don't know what to say.
You on the radio?
Hey, Smiles, we're gonna talk this evening, right? So we can work out these promotional business items, because that's what you do. Hey, Jamal. Hey, bro. I'm so happy. Did I talk to you like last week? Hey, Omar. Hey, bro. They tell me I'm supposed to just respond back to them. Hey, girlfriend. Hey, oh my gosh. Hi, Will. Oh, she's listening. Huh? Hi, Patricia, girl. I like that. This is so cool. So, I got a haircut too. That I actually really like this one. What you think? This one is so cool. But I have to wear my hat because it go with my shirt. Look at it. It's the logo. My mentee to share got me the shirt today, so I have to make sure I wear it. But it's snowing, so I have to keep my scarf on, and it kind of go with my outfit. But I have to keep my hat on to go with my outfit and drink my coffee because I got to go back to work after this. So, all this is fun until those cases start piling up, and I gotta go back to work.
I literally did not go to sleep until after 3 a.m.
Yeah, I know. You emailed me at 2:50.
And then I got up when I get up, and
according to your schedule. Yeah.
It wasn't 5 this morning. It was 6:30.
I forgot I have court in the morning, so I thought I was supposed to be drafting this document. So I'll be doing that from 7 when we finish to, I don't know, maybe midnight, because I have to do that today.
I was so nervous, but I'm so cool right
now. You guys are so cool. I'm not special, but the Lord knows I am. Won't you do it? I don't know if you touched on that part yet. You said you like that part about it. What?
Can you read that?
No.
Using funds from outside investors
yeah,
help build up from the
This is why you gotta stay on the team, girl. You're so good.
I love it.
Oh, Keena, I got somebody for you to listen to music-wise. Sid. Her name is Sid.
SID?
From the internet?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
You've heard of it?
I'm a musical connoisseur, baby. You better know
What? Have you heard of Georgia Smith?
No.
So it's Jorja.
Oh.
She's so good.
it. It's a nice.
You gotta listen to Insecurities, and you gotta listen to Moving Mountains. I like that song. I just
Pretty girl.
Now the cool part about the show, you see, is I get to unless Casino changes his mind. Select the music selection for the show.
Wait, are you saying a New
And I
Year's
was
global
just
drink?
I'm about to
beat me
say
to
that.
it.
Okay.
I got my notes.
have it in here.
I ain't gotta say it.
Drink it, feel it, share it.
Too bad you can't hear the tunes. He over here playing some good stuff. Where did I leave off? Okay. Oh wait, Tashir, can you come back? What was that note?
Right here. Funds from outside investors help build us up on the inside. And I also tell you because
Yeah, so then
wants you
she's
to
not
talk
sure
about
about
using funds from outside investors and how it help build us up
From the inside.
Cardi B. Hey.
So we can talk briefly about the community development.
Hey,
Don't
Shamika.
You don't know how to do it.
I want to know how to code.
Actually, I want to talk about the conflict. Do you actually have a conflict as a Detroiter working with outside people developing?
No, I don't, because
No, I don't want you to tell me that's it. That's what I want
and
to
that's
do.
why it teeters like yeah, I can't say this on air, but you know, dealing with like that arena downtown and what have you, and being around the people that have billions and billions of dollars. You know, honestly, if it wasn't for that initial investment, would we have the spark that is the catalyst today? Would we?
Probably
Would
not.
we? Exactly. So, to that question, it's yeah, but no conflict. It's just about education, because people just say, "Oh, gentrification, and which is technically happening in every urban area
Community.
in the United States
In
of
the
America.
whole America. That is correct.
Again, I'm a researchaholic, but that's my thing. I have to. It's happening in the darndest of places. However, you have strong communities of people that have roots.
Mm-hmm.
So what if they come? You can't push me out. So even
That's a good
people
point.
that are stakeholders in the area of the arena, there's no pushing them out. They've been here through it all.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's so cool. Hey, Sissy Stacy. Oh my gosh, my cousin from Jamaica. Hi, Dale. Hi, Phil. That is so cool.
That's hilarious.
I kind of really like this Facebook Live thing. This is dope. We have to make this happen. We have to make this work. What?
Oh, this guy.
So what are you doing,
I'm still getting a cold.
That is so cute.
Tashir? What you doing? What you looking at?
I see you.
Oh, because you're technically watching it. Oh, that is so cool. She is the best, I tell you. But I can't give her away to anybody. Everybody be trying to take her because like, Shira's doing such a good job. They be like, "Can I get her?" Absolutely not.
Absolutely
Like-
not.
like-
Emphatically hell no.
like no. Like, oh my gosh, I just found out yesterday that I'm going to be doing this vendor show on Sunday. So I have the ability to go out there and advertise and promote. And I know, right? And so, you know, my girl, she got to help me. Okay. We got to go back.
I liked your ending, so that was good.
All right, so thank you for joining us again. And just as a reminder, the show is brought to you by New You Global Radio and sponsored by Upton Law PLLC. You know, you got to pay the bills first. So anyway, we go back to talking about what we were talking about before the break, and how there are times, even as a professional black woman, when you're true black, you're true black.
Like true black? Like, what's black?
You know, when they bring out the woman out of your diaphragm because they
Yeah.
disrespectful or looking down upon you despite your experiences, your accomplishments, your degrees, certifications. And I always find it troubling because I thought if I got this far, I wouldn't have those problems. I would get the same respect as my peer who went to the same school, despite how they looked for their background or their experiences. I looked at them for who they are. Like I had told you earlier, you know, I see Melissa. I don't see the realtor who does great deals and conflicts and develops cities and communities and all that jazz. That's cool because, I mean, I've gone to some events and nonprofits you're involved in and stuff, but I just see you. And I thought people would just see me. They don't.
I can understand that.
Okay.
However, I have another approach.
Ooh, okay.
So more of the half full instead of half empty approach. So when one comes to me
Yes.
with ignorance, to me it's like they have, if we're playing cards, you'd like to play cards?
No, but on my phone, like I play solitaire or something.
Okay, so like if you're playing cards,
Yes.
most people have their cards facing them, so the opponent cannot see.
Right, right. That makes sense.
Well, since those others that you're speaking to that look down upon you,
Right.
they may not have their guard up, symbolizing to me putting their cards face down. See, here's the thing about an other putting their cards face down. I still have my cards facing me. You may think you know what I have in my hand, but I know because I can clearly see what you have in yours. You.
That's deep.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I say kudos to them because as they think you're not a force to be reckoned with, you're nobody to pay attention to.
Right.
They will see because you have your cards facing you. They've already have prejudgment, and that's fine. That's their ignorance, not yours. But I'm coming.
That's true.
I'll see you soon.
You might have won this time, but I'm coming for the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, see, in that moment right there, I saw the true passion in your eyes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, because, again, going back to, you know, black don't crack and what have you.
Yes.
So many people think I'm younger, or I'm quite sure with you as well, much younger than you are. And so they assume and just feel your value is less.
Right.
So that's cool. Actually, I have, when I see that I'm being placed in that role, I call her Senorita Dummy. Because, okay. Okay.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
But I'm coming for you. And I'll see you soon. But
Yeah.
you don't even know it. Because
Yeah.
you got your cards on the table. And I already see how to defeat you. Because
Yes.
you've exposed yourself.
Yes.
But not me, because I'm just Senorita Dummy. That's actually pretty damn intelligent.
Yeah. So, yeah, because that's my approach. So, when I'm negotiating a deal, I play naive. My brother calls it, so you play little wolf. So you play with little wolf as if you don't know what's going on. And you're this baby cub who no one knows and no one assumes that they're doing anything.
There you go.
And so I usually negotiate a deal where everyone feels like they won.
Absolutely.
You don't know. I actually really won.
I really
but,
did.
but as long as you feel like you won, then it was a great deal.
Good job.
Right? And so when the client is pleased with the work because they walked away with thousands of dollars, and the opposing party think they won because they think they paid you less than what you should have, as long as I won thousands on thousands of dollars, we won.
There you go.
Right? I mean, in theory.
No.
I don't know.
You
Okay.
won.
So a little bit back to the whole Detroit housing real estate situation. You know, there's people from Detroit that are like, no, we don't want these private investors to come in. And then you have the private investors that are like, well, no, obviously you guys couldn't do this on your own, so we're going to help you out. Are you conflicted with that as a Detroiter doing real estate
I am not.
at all?
at all.
Why is that?
Well, to a point, if we had it together, it would have been done. Correct? See, that's offensive to some. You know, politics be whatever it is.
Right.
The situation is our city got hit really hard in 2007, 8. We got hit really hard.
Right.
How long were we supposed to wait for recovery without
That's a good
assistance?
point.
Now, I'm not stating that having outside investors or private funds coming into the city gives them the right to take over and give sanctity to the word that is gentrification. No,
Right.
I definitely don't believe in that. I do believe that sparks ignite.
Okay.
And if an investor is a spark that will ignite, so be it. And us that are here, let's light it ablaze.
Right.
In a positive way, of course, not burning things down. like, I'm like, wait a minute.
And I think that was part of the recession too.
Absolutely.
We were burning houses and taking the pipes. But that makes sense.
I did not condone that.
Well, I just always thought it was interesting because you always hear the conversations, one industry versus the community, but you falling in between.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect.
Huh.
Because in all actualities, some of the big guys that are in town, they actually go out and seek the community leaders to see what they need. I'm not saying that this is all the time.
Right.
But there are quite a few people that have private funds coming into our communities wanting to aid and assist.
Wow.
And speaking with community developers to assist to ignite the flame, to light the blaze, so to speak.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's a good thing to me, but again, I do understand that it's a touchy topic.
And so would you say what motivates you when it comes to real estate, and in this instance, would it really be educating the community? Giving them opportunities and knowing what opportunities are here.
100%.
Rather there's
100%.
outside investors, inside investors. Wow.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. You got to like right across that river.
Girl, I was almost
there's
like,
a
what
whole
are you
other
talking
country.
Wait, what?
Like, seriously, we're an international city.
Yes.
We have a gym. You know, we have the largest port. Well, at one time, the largest port in the U.S.
Wow.
With trade. There's so much history. So much history. This is a fantastic city, and it's something that it takes outsiders to peek in for us to see what we have and value it.
The value. That makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, so let me ask you something else. What are some things you're doing now? I know you said you were looking at the nonprofit to educate the community. What are some other things you're working or working with to help with that?
Working on a full-on community development project myself.
Oh, sweet.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Looking to collaborate with other community leaders and people that really want to see the city in its best light, whatever their race, whatever their creed, whatever their color. Just as long as they want what is best for the city and the area in general. I'm definitely down to have a conversation.
Okay. And you're open to that.
I am.
Okay.
Very much so.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And what about, like, are you working with helping children or what
Oh,
concept
yeah.
of
So
educating?
it's so many different things, like you say, not even directly dealing with law, and for me, not even doing anything directly with real estate, but I'm a board member of a fantastic organization, and we assist children that are on the spectrum, the autism spectrum.
Okay.
And what the world really doesn't know is they are absolutely brilliant, and I mean like extraordinary.
Wow.
We just have to find out what is their thing, So at this time, we have a 24-week program focused on STEM, so robotics. Our babies built robots. They program them. They are learning to code. They do automation with Legos, and every single last one of our children are on the spectrum of autism.
Okay.
It's absolutely crazy to see how wonderful their little minds work. They're so different, but it's like they're so much better. It's not a fault. It's not a flaw. We just have to find their thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, okay, one more question before we go to break. So that means you got to answer real quick.
Okay.
So last week we were talking about plans.
Yeah.
And how people plan and professional people plan.
Yes.
How are you balancing all these things you're doing? Or are you?
I would think I'm doing pretty okay. I can do better.
Okay.
I can do better.
Okay.
How about you?
I don't.
You don't?
No.
You don't plan?
No, I don't balance.
It's not
It's
balanced.
I just have 15 projects going at the same time. It's just hoping for the best.
I gotcha.
Okay.
I understand.
So, am I supposed to say that? Oh. I was like, wait, what? Okay. Well, that was a quick answer, so it works out great. So, we're going to go to break, and we'll be back to talk to Melissa just a little bit more. I was like, wait, why is she giving me notes to say something?
Yeah, because I want to tell you that we're getting to the end. So when we come back, just give her like one question and then just wrap it on out.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that was quick.
Oh my gosh, it was quick.
You're going to come back in after this song.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you just like talking to your girlfriend. Over dinner. Is it really?
That's me.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to hear.
Wait, I want to hear.
Whoa, girl.
I know. Wait a minute.
Hey.
Katrina singing in our ears over here. Hi, Katrina girl. Katrina's a social media person. I'm telling you about her. There go Katrina. Katrina sings. We get to listen to her tunes. Oh, yeah. Okay.
That works.
All right, I'll do
As
that.
far as people being able to contact me
Yeah.
for assistance.
That's what we'll do after this.
Mm-hmm.
When we come back from break.
You're going to say it?
Right. What's wrong with you, girl? After you done told the people you got all these resources, now you want to tell them how to contact you.
Yeah, you can just go to their website and
Just contact Shakita. Shakita will send you my
Yeah.
way.
Just send a small signal for you.
It's too late, Melissa. You
sound great.
Thank you.
Yeah, that sounds
Okay, so I'm looking at that photo. You look exactly like one of my cousins. So I wonder if we are, we have some kind of familiar.
What's your last name?
Oh, I have two, Embry-Thomas, but that has nothing to do with the families.
Who?
They're Reyes's. Reyes.
I'm Karsten Brown Porter.
Okay.
Everybody they say everybody has a twin though.
Yeah, because you guys kind of look alike. Now
I
I was
look
looking
like
at both of you like,
too, which is really weird.
Really?
I went on her Facebook and I was like, oh, this is real weird.
Oh my gosh.
because ironically, you guys said the same thing.
Yeah.
So when I told, yeah, you're like,
Yeah,
you look
likewise.
familiar. You're like, oh yeah, she looks familiar. Like, I'm
I
just
was like,
the connector.
I was like, I know her.
I know, right?
When you said her name, and I was like, okay, her name sounds really familiar.
Yeah.
This is real
Awesome.
estate, and I was just like, okay. But I bet you as soon as we leave, like,
That's when you
it's
gonna
It's
so
We're gonna pick up like
Oh my gosh, Keena, you gotta invite me back up here so I can just see how this goes. This is so fun.
I know,
Like,
isn't
oh my
it?
gosh,
It
this
is so
amazing.
fun.
When do you do your thing?
Monday at 6.
Okay.
It turned out pretty cool. I was like, after I saw Katrina's show, I was like, wait a minute.
Like, hold
This
up.
is, yeah, I'm like,
This is
this
dopeness.
is-
We can
You
do
guys
Yeah.
have to come in a
this
second.
is pretty cool.
You're about to come in a second. Yeah.
Okay. So this is so great. And then she told me when to come back in. She sings. She sings. She's a social media person now. She be doing my shows. Katrina's stuff, okay? She be doing it fine. We'll tag her to the video so you know who Katrina is, because I keep telling her name.
Do your people ever say their telephone number and their web address or their email address?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta
That's
ask her,
fine.
you know.
What do you do?
I do. You can do telephone because you're not on social media. So do whatever. Yeah. They're gonna call you for serious stuff.
I like this new lipstick. It's pretty cool.
I do too.
About to come in, huh?
Thank you, girl.
Coming after this.
Oh,
After this commercial.
that is so cool. I got a commercial, y'all. That's a commercial. Oh, I'm supposed to start talking now. Hey, y'all. So, again, want to shout out to A New You Global Radio, and our first sponsor, Upton Law PLLC. And so, it's the last few minutes of the show. We want to wrap it up. I want to give Melissa the opportunity to share how to contact her, because she has plenty of resources, because we all buy houses next week.
Everybody buying a house. You get a house. You get a house. You get a house.
Where's Oprah?
Absolutely. So please contact me. You can call me at 248-270-7962. Again, that's 248-270-7962.
Yes.
Or email me at melissamovesme@gmail.com. That's Melissa, MELISSA, moves, MOVES, me @gmail.com.
So she just got a long email, so I would just say call her.
Yeah.
But anyway, when all else fails, just call me. I got you. I'll
Absolutely.
send you her
Please and
contact
thank you.
information.
All of it.
She has the information. Now, does it matter if the person is in the state of Michigan?
No,
Can they
absolutely.
contact you outside of that?
Please. I, brokering deals doesn't stop. We don't have borders. Well, I don't have borders. I can't speak
Okay.
for everybody else.
Yes.
Actually working on something right now in New York.
I just got to make sure, because my family who's tuned in are everywhere, so 'cause we
Absolutely.
getting houses all next week.
Please.
So
Hey.
we got to know who to call.
Hey, I'm working on my global real estate business.
Deal.
For sure.
Oh, I might have to get my real estate license
Absolutely.
back. What?
Do
We
our
can make
thing
that
in
happen.
Kingston.
Okay. Well, thank you, Melissa, for
Oh my
joining
gosh.
us today.
Thank you all for having me.
I hope you had a
A
good
New
time.
You Global, you guys rock. This was such a pleasure. Yay!
We aim to please here.
Keena, you're gonna do smashingly, dear.
Oh,
This is
thank you.
such a pleasure, and this is right up your alley.
It is.
And I bet you didn't even know this was coming.
I had no idea.
I bet.
I wouldn't have done this at all.
I bet.
I'm too nervous.
I get. Because
I'm
I wouldn't have
shy.
either. We're a mirror and
Yeah.
such. So.
And,
Yeah.
and you kind of put your shoulders down and you look like you're having a good time.
Yeah. Spectacular.
Well, I'm so glad you came today.
Oh my gosh. Thanks so much for having
And
me.
even though next week, or this week, will be Thanksgiving, I want to wish everyone happy Thanksgiving in advance.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
And next week we'll have Delvin Davis come on. We're going to
Ooh,
talk a
that's
little.
gonna be
So this week was about
fun.
property. Next
That's
week we're going to talk
fun.
about credit. Credit management, credit
Absolutely.
restoration, what options you have as it relates to credit. And so
When I tell you guys, Delvin
Yeah.
is a rock star, I don't think
Yeah.
your listeners or your viewership, I don't know if they'll be ready.
Ooh,
That he's
I'll
got
let
a
him
lot
know.
to give.
that's good. Okay. Well, I hope you guys tune in next week. And until then, happy Thanksgiving and see you next Tuesday.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Coffee with Keena. I be trying